All right, we're live. Hey, everybody. This is Ash for the Triple S League. I'm here with Obsidian, as per usual. We are here just in anticipation of the Gearbox Software main stage show at PAX East, which is coming up in about 8 minutes, as you see on your screen right now. They're showcasing some tweets. They're showcasing some fan art. All kinds of Borderlands stuff being teased for us right now. Cosplays, yep.
Comments from Twitter and from other places where it's like, where's Borderlands 3? And like they're showcasing this. So like I said, wild stab in the dark here. I think we're going to see some Borderlands content today. What do you think?
I think they're clearly going to announce a merger with Valve and that they're producing Half-Life 3. That is absolutely 100% what's going to happen.
Clearly what's going on. I just moved my mic because I realized it was on the other side of the table, so how's my voice?
Sounds good. Your dog also sounds fantastic. The clarity of the audio coming from the background there.
Yeah, she's in a nasty mood today. So this is going to be fun.
All right. Well, hello to everybody who is watching live. Hello to all of you who are in the live chat. We see you're incredibly hyped for all of this, and we are as well. This is going to be good. It's starting in just under 7 minutes here. So as I'm sure many of you are aware, we're anticipating, of course, something for Borderlands 3. But what else are we expecting to see here from this stage show, Saib?
So as you know, I have birdies everywhere, and I've been picking up some news that we are expected to see a total of 3 things talked about here today. At the very least, we know that we're going to get probably an update on the whole Borderlands 2 VR. They of course had that come out before Christmas last year, and it is an exclusive temporarily. Then it'll be going to the other VR platforms that are out there. So expect to hear something most likely on that. And then the other thing that we are expected to hear, of course, is Borderlands 3. And we are expected to hear about another project that is going on as well, at the very minimum. And this, from what I'm hearing, is something that's more genre specific, I guess. So I can hazard a guess at that, but I don't want to hype anybody up, and I don't want to give I don't want to hype anybody up in the wrong direction. So I'm just going to say that's what we're hearing so far, and I think we could probably make a pretty decent expectation on what that's going to be. But it's going to be really cool to see what's going on here. Mm-hmm. We know that like the teaser that they put out yesterday showcased a lot of stuff from the Borderlands universe, a ton of stuff, so much that I would say that by looking at that, yeah, sure, why not? I'll talk about it. By looking at what they teased yesterday, it kind of makes you feel a little bit like they might be queuing up some kind of a battle royale type hero game. Don't be shocked if you hear that. Don't be floored if that comes out. However, also don't be floored if that's not there either. So it's not going to be another Battleborn 2. I think they've officially buried that. I think what they're going to be doing is some of the characters, some of the related lore from that game is going to be making its way over. It's just going to be, they're just going to be coming at it from a bit of a better direction, I think, which is about time, because in all honesty, that was just so poorly done. But right. This is their big chance to redeem themselves. So we expect to see and we expect to hear new stuff moving in this field. We also have some tie-in stuff to We Happy Few as well. There's a little bit of that stuff that's being shown here, so there might be an update on that, because that's been a game that we've been anticipating. This really awesome single player stuff that we were kind of promised in the initial teaser trailer that never really materialized. So, yeah.
Speaking of Battleborn, we just saw some Battleborn fan art there. That was interesting.
Oh, yeah, that's
Is that a bad sign?
Interesting.
Anyway,
that's
we got some great. Yes, Gentleman Claptrap there, and then we've got. I have no idea what this is.
Yeah.
But
So
yes, but where is Borderlands 3? That's the majority of the tweets that are coming out here. I'm going to do my best to keep the Twitch overlay off the stream. I don't know, it keeps popping on randomly, and then I have to scroll my mouse over it to get rid of it. So hopefully that's not too much of a problem while we're actually watching the stream here. I like that crocheted bandit guy there.
Yeah, Zephyr brings up a point about Battleborn. It was an attempt at kind of creating this MOBA-esque gameplay into their game at the same time, and it just didn't really come out very well. I thought the gameplay was interesting. I wasn't against the gameplay. It's just the characters were so not interesting, and it was so expensive. It was so expensive. It was I think it was $80 all the way up until basically like the last like week or so, and they finally dropped it. And I mean, you could pick up Overwatch, which really kind of more or less played into that same type of thing, for less than that, considerably less than that. And that was a little shocking that they would go so deep into that and try to charge so much for that when they were already in a really difficult position. And there's somebody. This is good right now. If you're watching the Twitch stream, you're getting spammed by those pictures that people put together with like letters and symbols and stuff of a giant dick. Just constantly is coming up in the chat. So be thankful you're on the Triple S League chat right now, because that stuff is.
I thought those were portraits of Randy Pitchford. Sorry, my mistake.
But on.
Sorry.
Oh my! So funny.
Just kidding, Pitchford. If you are listening, who am I kidding? He's not listening to us. All right.
No, he's getting ready to go on stage here. Most likely.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. So we've got a tattoo there.
Again with the tattoos, like, why would you put a tattoo? Like, I get that for some people this is like a really, really, really important game because they were able to connect with, a character, or maybe they used the multiplayer to stay close to a friend that they were really far away from or close to, or whatever. That's totally understandable. And the Borderlands universe has been around for a really long time, but still, why would you put a tattoo on yourself? Like a major tattoo, like, a full like arm sleeve tattoo, and risk the chances of, them coming up with a, terrible, terrible game, and then you're stuck with that for a really long time. I don't know.
Yeah, doing that in advance.
All right, here's the countdown.
All right, here we're going. So I'm going to have to keep close tabs on the volume, just in case there's copyrighted music that could potentially get us knocked off the stream.
And we don't want to do that.
But anyway, I better turn it up a little more.
All right, here we go. Yeah, applause. And it's
the
silence.
Blackness is. Oh, here we go.
Okay, so this is the teaser that was out yesterday. This is that really awesome teaser that they put out yesterday. I love all of the characters. I like this kind of art thing. We've seen some similar trailers like this recently, where it's just this white model base.
Yeah.
And they just showcase the models in really cool, high res. I can't wait until you can actually you can actually like get some art like this. The size differential, of course. Smoking float. The floating smoke might be a little different.
This is really impressive that they packed all this in here and then made it into the image of the mask at the end.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can do so much with this.
Is it all choppy for everyone else too? Is that just on my end?
It's a little choppy for me. Just make sure you kill any extra web pages or anything like that. All right, Mayhem is coming.
What's up, PAX East? Please,
I don't know who this is.
From Gearbox Software, Paul Sage and Randy Pitchford.
All right.
Okay, here we go. It's like a really excited crowd there. Lots of cosplay.
It's a big moment. Feeling good? Paul's pretty stoked. Paul's creative director on a new
He
Borderlands
looks like he's
game.
on drugs.
It's a little cringy. This is, of course, par for
We've
the
been working a
course
lot
as far
together.
as
There's a lot of people back home that have been working on
as far
this
as pretty
thing
much
for a long
every
time.
every
I'm getting
presser
kinda choked
ever.
up 'cause this is the first few people are going to have of it today. Hey, you're stuck here for an hour, so we might even stretch it a bit. We're gonna show you a bunch of cool stuff. I promise you, we're gonna finish big, and
Finishing big, okay.
I think you're gonna like what we're gonna share. I know there's like a lot of thinking, like, what is this next Borderlands game? You know, it's gonna be like Battle Royale or something.
See, half the audience loves it, half the
Battle
audience
Royale games
hates
are
it.
fun. That's not what we're making.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Good.
So I thought, yeah, okay. So Paul and I are going to talk a little bit about some of the things you saw in the teaser, and then we'll go into a bunch of other stuff, and then we'll finish big. I promise. Do you guys like the teaser?
Yeah, yeah.
All the assets that went into making that sculpture are assets created by the folks at Gearbox Software on the next Borderlands game. And I don't know, what do you think we should look at first? Yeah, so like you'll notice there's like lots of little details in it, right?
This is like Penn and Teller.
It's the first glimpse at the villains of
I
the
was
game.
just thinking that.
Which he's, by the way,
cultists.
which he's close
Now,
friends
obviously,
with.
you want to see some familiar faces. That is Tiny Tina. She's actually a little older now. You know what? I'm going to do something that's actually not on the script. I was talking. There's so many awesome people in the community. You know, we build all this stuff
going
digitally,
off script.
And
I'm skeptical.
you know, what Paul was saying was that it's inspiring how when we make stuff digitally, that people in the real world manifest some of the stuff in the real world. And I was earlier talking to some of the cosplayers. Would you guys stand up and like show off some of your, like, look at how awesome. It's so cool. And some of the cosplayers actually like have reached out to me on Twitter, and I follow some of them. Just hit me up, and I usually like to follow people that do cool stuff. And a couple of them I actually like did NDAs with, and I sent images of some of the things that are going to be in the game so they can kind of get started. And
Yeah, we
one of you
heard
guys
about
actually made
this.
something like 3 days. Would you mind coming up here? I want to show this off.
So this is
Sorry,
one of
I
the
can't get you.
characters that has
so
not been showcased yet.
This is Casey, right?
Aside
So,
from a few
some of you guys
people.
have tweeted about Casey. Unbelievable, Tiny Tina. Casey made Tiny Tina's new mask in 3 days so she could bring it to the show. Thank you, Casey.
Just show gameplay
You
already.
guys have
yeah.
no idea how inspiring it is to us as creators to see this stuff in the real world that we can only dream of digitally, right?
But that's
It's
totally
crazy.
true. It's
So
like
let's see what else we got. Yeah, so
building the hype,
obviously,
though.
you know, a
That's
lot of characters from Borderlands 1 and
trying to
Borderlands 2, but you'll notice standing on the pile of bandits,
Dead midgets.
bandits. That's Vaughn from I love Vaughn, great character, and Vaughn, of course, is from Tales from the Borderlands. And also you can see Aurelia from the pre-sequel, and they're in the game. And let's see what else we got. All those guns, by the way, the whole sculpture is made of guns, and they're all in the game. You can see Tinks. I don't know if you noticed this. Some of you guys have already figured this out, but if you watch, I know some of you are going to scrub through this thing. But if you watch closely, you can notice right there, actually zoom in on that. That's a piece of a shift code. And that's only 5 digits, and you know, shift codes are 5 by 5. And some of you guys follow me on Twitter, and you know, I tweet shift codes. And if you have Borderlands 2, you could use that shift code right now, and you'll get some entitlements. There's been a lot of people, like we made Community Day skins way back in the day that we only released once for people that showed up to our Community Day. So like maybe 2,000 people in the entire world ever got them. Well, we've decided to unlock them with these shift codes. So this shift code unlocks one of the Community Day skins, I believe Zero's, but I might be wrong there. Salvador, thank you. And see, somebody's already ahead of it. Zero's coming.
I love how people in the audience know this better than he does.
In fact, go to the next slide. These are the villains. We'll talk about them more later, at the end of the show. But actually, play the clip.
There's Claptrap.
Right. So this is the sequence. I don't know if you guys noticed. You're probably looking at the villains, but did you notice in the top left corner there was a blinking light?
Yes.
Here, loop it again. Loop it again. That's actually Morse
I called
code.
Cy yesterday morning as soon as I saw that.
And if you translate that,
what does it mean?
What does it mean? Yeah, it says, "Don't forget to drink your Ovaltine."
Seriously?
No.
There are some fun messages hidden throughout. That's not the only one. You'll find some other messages. Paul, what should we talk about next? Let's see, what do we got next here? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good point. So Paul wanted me to point out that that's Amara. She's one of the Vault Hunters. You're going to see a lot more of her later. But Paul wanted me to make sure that, like, when you see there's a rack, there's a skag flying on a rack. Like, go back one. Skags will not be mounting racks in the game. That's just some fun, goofy stuff that the folks that built this model asset do. Also, yeah, go forward one. There's a zoom in here. That's Moxie. You get out your magnifying glasses, you can get a look at what she looks like now. But the guys that made the model also got creative. Moxie's bar is in the game, but that's not it. That's some rundown. Like, her bar is awesome. Like, that's cool, but her bar is really cool, and you'll see more of that later. So there are some things in here that might give you some wrong impressions, but we were just having fun. So as more details about the game come through, you'll get all that. One other thing, like this thing here. Move ahead one. And I don't know if you guys caught this. That's obviously Handsome Jack's mask. We threw that in there because we're assholes. Handsome Jack is dead, okay? He's dead. You killed him. He's dead.
It's hilarious.
Not even a new U station's going to bring him back at this point. But we're jerks, so we put that in there. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there. Feel free to dig through. You'll notice even in the roses, there's detail. There's guns everywhere. We got Lilith front and center here. There's a new character that we'll introduce later that's hanging out there off to the side. You probably recognize Hammerlock, but on the other side, or somebody that you'll find out later. Ellie's in there. Marcus is in there. Yeah. Scooter. Sorry, Scooter, you didn't make it. But you guys, this has been a lot of fun, but we're just getting started. That was a tease. That was just a tease. We're going to come back. I promise you we're going to finish big. And I'll be back later to talk more about Borderlands, talk more about the next game.
Notional.
Right now,
Handsome Jack's
one
not
of the
dead.
things
He
I wanted
became
to
the
do
CEO of EA.
was take advantage of this moment, because there was a time when Gearbox was a tiny little independent developer, when we had to just scream from the tallest mountain just to get any attention. I remember the first time we came to PAX and they put us in a room that barely fit 200 people, and when it wasn't even full. Look at this. You guys are incredible. Like, holy crap. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming out.
I think that's a bigger crowd than Bethesda got.
And when we founded Gearbox Software, my vision was that this isn't a means to an end. Like, back then, there wasn't really any money in games. We just wanted to create entertainment. And we knew that interactive entertainment was the most exciting new medium that our species had ever created. For the first time in the species history, you can actually interact with your content. And this is awesome. So we dove in, and we just wanted to entertain the world. And now that we kind of have a voice,
I like that.
We created a group that can help us amplify and help other games reach the market. So we've been working with some independent developers, and we have some cool things we want to show you. So I think I talked about everything you wanted to talk about. All right. So sometimes I can't get a word in edgewise when Paul's in the house. But now I think let's introduce Steve Gibson of Gearbox Publishing.
It's a Penn and Teller riff.
We'll be back.
Yeah. Why on earth? He's holding the microphone the whole time.
yeah.
I didn't say a word.
Hey, everybody. I'm Steve Gibson. I have had the honor of leading the charge of creating the Gearbox Publishing Group. We've been at this for a few years. And while Randy and all those guys have been making a Borderlands game, we built a worldwide publisher. So we have been fortunate enough to work with a lot of people. You'll see behind me here, we started off with Homeworld, and that was an honor for us to get that franchise and bring it back to people. I imagine many of you guys here have gotten to play that when we did the remaster. And we're building a future for that franchise, and we're really excited to share that with you guys in the future. We're working on a bunch of other games too, but I wanted to share with you, here's the guys we've met up with and worked with so far, and we want you to take a look what they've done. You see We Happy Few very recently. Compulsion Games was amazing to work with. We're going to talk a little more about what they have in a bit. The guys at Tiny Build with Hello Neighbor, we've helped those guys sell millions of copies around the world, and it was an honor to work with Tiny Build. That has been a huge moment for us working with them. Bulletstorm, the guys at People Can Fly. That is an amazing game. The fact that we got to work with People Can Fly, the fact that we got to put Duke Nukem, whose home probably has always been in Bulletstorm, into that game was a great moment for us. We got to work with guys that, who made Banner Saga with Stoic Games. A lot of you guys really should check that out. It's a nice little small game. We helped them bring it to Switch. You will love it. Check it out. Epic Games, you may have heard of them. We managed to work with them on bringing Fortnite to Save the World to retail not too long ago. Those guys have been amazing. Of course, they also power the technology for the Unreal Engine that we use for Borderlands. There's been a lot of great things that we've been working on, and we want to share a few more things with you guys here today. So let's flip on to a couple more games. So I have some stuff to share with you guys about Compulsion Games, People Can Fly, and Tiny Build, what they're up to. First, we're finally launching the new DLC next week. They came from below. We're going to share with you guys a whole lot more details in just a few days. It's going to be launching on all the platforms, including PlayStation. And you will have a trailer and all the information. This is part of the season pass that many of you guys have already got. So assuming you already have a season pass, free for you guys to download. It'll come out on all the places. Next for you guys, I got something for you. Bulletstorm.
Duke of Switch.
I'm going to Switch. That's a game I want the kids
I cannot
playing.
believe
Yeah.
this is happening. This is crazy. The folks at Nintendo have been so supportive. This is an amazing, well-performing game.
And it's
we
about
are
time
really
that
just
the
super
Nintendo's
close.
getting
Our
more
production guys were
mature
very nervous
titles
about
in
us
their
putting out a
system.
launch date.
It's like
I am very bullish about
people
it
grow
being
up.
early summer. But we have one more milestone to go, and then we'll tell you guys the launch date. It is right around the corner. It's just an all-encompassing, includes all the DLC and Duke. You don't have to buy it separately. And that will be coming out on Switch, and it plays amazing. The very first build we got, it was already going at frame rates that we honestly were shocked with. The guys at People Can Fly and the guys at Dragon Lake have killed it on this, and we're excited to share with you guys in the near future. All right, I've got another one for you guys. Tiny Build. I'm sure some of you guys are familiar with them. They've worked on some crazy things like Cluster Truck and Hello Neighbor. I wanted to share with you guys today another game that they're working on. They're announcing their launch date here with us today. Take a look.
Dad used to bring us food home from the factory.
Oh, this looks cute.
And I will get a dog. Teach it to be a tiger. I'll call it Grundy. And they lived happily ever after. And horribly ever before.
Yeah, this isn't creepy at all. Their eyes are so dead.
The plague bringer is here, walking around. Pit-a-pat, Pit-a-pat, oh pit-a-pat. 3 coffin bears, 2 mice, and a bat. I didn't do it. Don't look at me like that.
Oh, good heavens.
Oh, that's creepy AF. Pathologic 2. Okay.
And it's on Steam.
What is that?
Good. Yeah, that's my question.
All right. Now it's on to some new partners. This is the moment that we're so excited to share with you guys. We partnered with a few folks. Now, as Randy was saying, we have been so fortunate at Gearbox to have so many of you guys looking at what we're doing. And it is our honor to share with you guys, all of these great games that we want to make sure that you get to take a look at as well. Now, first of all, System Era. This is a fantastic game. Some of you guys are probably aware of it. We don't think enough people are. So we want to make sure, and we're going to do our part, and we're announcing a partnership with System Era. We're going to help System Era bring Astroneer to more places around the world, and we'll have more details on that soon. Thank you, System Era, for partnering with us. You're going to hear a lot more about that.
Go to the widescreen.
Yeah,
Can't
show
see
us what you're talking
doing.
about here.
Next. Yeah, this one's weird.
Yeah, all I can see is the bottom half of a person.
Yeah.
Just rolling, though.
So the guys at Squanch Games, we met up with them a few times, and they have the most bizarre title that is just funny as hell. And a lot of you guys are probably familiar with Justin and his work on Rick and Morty. And yeah. So spent some time with those guys at the studio. Definitely recognized the first time I met Justin. I absolutely recognized him, promise. It was not awkward. And when we got to spend the time with them together, and they shared with us their passion for the game and just how freaking weird this thing is, we were excited that the guys at Squanch, and honestly the guys at Sony as well, were happy to work with us on this. We wanted you guys to check this out. They're just now announcing their launch date as well.
Okay, at least they're showing a trailer.
This bull. Back to you in the studio, Chuck. You, I don't give a. Ahem. Sorry about that, folks. Clearly, lots of outrage over these dogs.
I want a divorce too, and you're keeping the kids because you don't respect me. You push me, and you push me.
We are the abstainers.
Oh, that's what the abstainers look like?
Why can't you just respect that I don't want to rotate my chair? I don't want to be jiggling around.
They look just like the guy who's got the dogs in his eyes causing all this trouble.
Shut the up, Trover. No one needs to hear your commentary about everything.
I'm gonna eat some piss, drink some piss.
All right, and that's how we do it. Let's go.
We must find the crystal of Ithacles.
Partner, we gotta find the crystal of Ithacles. I have the crystal of Ithacles right here.
You son of.
This is such a messed up game.
I'm your boss. I'm the one who pays your bills.
They really do love this
So I need you to shut the
VR
fuck
tech
up
on this
and
game.
do what the fuck I tell you to do.
So that's a VR exclusive.
Yeah, for VR, it's PlayStation VR.
But it
All
looked
right.
like third person. That's weird.
All right, and now for the
No,
last one.
That's the
We
helper.
partner with Hopu Games. Yeah, there's a few guys who might know them. In fact, let me show you the trailer first. You guys get a feel of what these guys have been working on. Check this out.
Procedural world generation.
the same question, Minty.
Good team play. At least 4 players. That's kind of a good sign. Really interesting mix of abilities.
Really like those establishing shots and the pods crashing down.
Yeah, and I want to point this out. It's like it's good to see so many like abilities and combos and like the ability to really create your own type of class. I've seen casters, I've seen melee, I've seen like ninja types, I've seen range, heavy shooters, AoEers. Yeah, this is looking like, I'm not too much for the art style, but I really like the direction where they're going with like the build your own class kind of thing. This is a good build. Oh, and it's available today on Steam. Look at that. Good show.
Interesting. Early access.
This one is so exciting for me. This is a huge day for all of us, and we're so excited to share it with Paul and his team. In fact, hey, Paul, you ready? I want you guys to welcome Paul.
Hey, Captain
Paul
Dammit.
here is working with a very small team to make Risk of Rain 2.
How's it going? So, as Steve said, I'm Paul. I'm from Hopu Games. The team and I have been working on Risk of Rain 2 for about 3 years now. At its core, it's a co-op roguelike third-person action game. When we first started looking for publishing partners for Risk of Rain 2, Gearbox stood out to us because they understand the kind of game we're making. We both love co-op games, shooters, games with tons of awesome loot. So we're super excited to be working with them. I think also we want to make sure that the fans of Risk of Rain understand and expect the game and kind of know what they're getting into. So we want to make sure that the community's heard and the feedback is there. So with that being said, I'm very excited to announce that Risk of Rain 2 is available on Steam in early access today. Thank you. So check the game out. Join our Discord to hear about future content updates, what we're working on.
And it's pretty cheap
Tell
too.
us what's great about the game, maybe what's not so great. We'd love to hear your feedback, and we're excited to see you in-game and on Discord. Thanks a lot, guys.
Wow, and it's a 2-for-1 special right now. They're doing, if you buy a copy, you get a free copy for a friend. That's really cool. That's really good.
That is good, yeah. Additional platforms,
that's really awesome. This is the stuff we like to see.
Amazing this game is. We are so passionate about what he's building. Randy's probably going to come out here and talk about it as well. This is a huge day for all of us. But let's go get your game out there on the world.
Yeah.
But thanks, everybody. Hey, Randy, can you come on out?
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Dude.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah,
I might actually give this game a try because it's really interesting.
It was actually my family at the last PAX in Seattle that where they were demoing Risk of Rain 2, and they discovered it and were playing the game, and texting me like, "Dude, you got to check this out." And I looked at everything online and talked them into letting me play a build, and that game is insane, you guys. Like, you have no idea. Like, there are like 3 people at Hopu, 3 developers. And I was playing Risk of Rain 2, and with the co-op gameplay and the shooting and the looting, I thought, holy shit, like, this is exactly the game that Gearbox would make if instead of 450 people, we only had a team of like 25. And they're 3 people. So I'm just stoked about that. Oh, here's another
That's
thing
impressive
too,
because I saw a lot of
that I'm supposed to
differences
tell
in
you
art
about.
and style.
Apparently, our buddies up at Valve that run the Steam platform, we were able to do an exclusive deal with them where If you get Risk of Rain 2 within the next few days, you get a free copy that you can gift to a friend. And the Steam guy, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Because
it's a co-op game, and we want you to play co-op. So the Steam guys had to create a special path so that you can get, when you buy it, you'll get the tools to gift that to anybody on your Steam's friend list, or just anybody you know that's on the platform. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, let's talk about some other stuff. Actually, I was realizing, like, a lot of you guys, why are you here? There's like over 3,000 people in this room. Why are you here? Like, it's Thursday. Like, shouldn't you be at school or work or something? Or some people are even like celebrating things. Like, does anybody have like a birthday that just happened like within the last week, or have a birthday coming up the next week? Any birthdays? When's your birthday? Your birthday's tomorrow?
My birthday's today.
Your birthday's today? What's your name? Danny. Danny? Yeah. Do you want to come up and help me? Oh, I got a gift for you.
Oh.
Your birthday's tomorrow? Your birthday, would you help me too? Can I give you a gift? I got a gift for you guys. Actually, can one of the enforcers help them get back here so they don't die climbing up on the stage? There's no stage. Yeah, so they'll help you up. So I brought a couple of gifts. Here, let me get this set up.
That's cute. This is hilariously cute.
Actually, oh, thank you. Oh yeah, there's a mark. Perfect. Thanks.
There's a mark on the ground.
I just realized something. I only have one wrapped gift.
He only has one?
It's okay. We'll fix this. We'll fix this. Come on up. What's your name? Darshell. Nice to meet you. And what's your name? Danny. Danny. Nice to meet you too. Darshell, would you mind coming over here? This is your gift. And are you cool having a seat? Would you mind helping me out for a few minutes? I want you to hold this. And I'm going to, I don't have a gift for him, so I'm going to do something else. But if you hold on to that, I'll ask you to help us with what we're doing over here in a second. Danny, right? Yes. You know what I can do? Yeah, hey, boy, do you have the box of more? Can you climb up? This is my son. He's also, can you give him a copy? So what he's got is a box of a new tabletop game, which is literally the first tabletop game that's ever been made with the Borderlands franchise, and it's called Borderlands Tiny Tina's Robot Tea Party. Yeah, you know what, just set those, you can just set those in. Thanks. Oh, and this is my son Randy. He's Randy 3. I'm not that vain. If I was the first, I probably wouldn't have done it, but I'm just keeping it going, you know? But I think he's actually going to be, there's a booth where this game, can you rip that open actually? There's a box there, I'll give you a fresh one. We're going to destroy that one because I want to show people what's up. There's a booth on the floor if you want to pick one up. It's like $20. It's booth 2411. Yeah, open it up. My kid will actually be there. His name's Randy Pitchford, so he'll be helping to sell games. So if you want, you can go pick one up, and you can get it signed by Randy Pitchford. So, okay,
that's
so
hilarious.
Here, actually, let's use this table here. What do we got? Get those out. Let me show you. So here's the instructions. This is actually the first, like these just got shipped here. This game isn't even out yet, so it's kind of like a PAX East exclusive. Let's see. Objective. Be the first to finish your claptrap by building 2 arms, a hat, and a wheel of a single claptrap. Oh, this is cute. Like Tiny Tina's like written. She's like scribbled over the rules. I don't know if you can see that, but she's written. That's funny.
Hilarious.
Yeah, branding. Yeah. So yeah, can you open the cards up? So the card game. I'll help you. I'm good with cards. Okay, so here, hold on.
He is a magician, so yeah.
Oh, you know what else? You guys want to buy this?
It's also handy with flash drives, I hear.
Under here, there's a shift code.
Oh.
It's like an Easter egg. Okay, we'll come back
Brilliant.
to that. So what you'll get is, you first pick a claptrap. Like there's standard claptrap, like gentleman claptrap, there's sheriff, pirate, wizard, and you're going to build your claptrap. And so you'll get a hand of cards, and there's all kinds of different cards like, okay, so this is the regular claptrap. He's got his birthday hat. There's this is a wizard arm, right? So you take all these parts. There's the sheriff wheels, sheriff hat, gentleman claptrap hat, wizard hat, and so on. Oh, this is one of the special cards. This is called Take a Spin. So with Take a Spin, you get to pick the next 7 cards, look at them, pick the one you like, and then you can immediately put it on your robot. You can also put the wrong parts on other robots, so you can screw your neighbors. There's usually on the bottom, there's ways to fix that. Yeah, like right here, swipe. Here, you can hold those. Swipe, take a card at random from another player's hand. Party foul. This is Tina's party foul. Sometimes you need to interrupt. Somebody's going to make the winning move. You can block them. Stop a card from being played. The sheriff arm. Oh, bring the pain. So punch. This is Brick's punch. He can punch like the legs off a Claptrap, which I've always wanted to see happen. New you. If everybody's just been dogpiling on you and just completely screwed your robot up, you can reset it. You can knock all the pieces off and get a new you. Wild, Digistruct.
This looks like a great game
the
for
all
the family or
Digistruct cards are
friend
wild, so you can apply it even if it
play
doesn't match
session.
your Claptrap.
But
Dumpster dive,
he's handling it
that's
so
Crazy Earl.
poorly.
You can go through the discard pile and pick whatever card you want.
There's a bunch of these. Adrian in
but
comments
I just realized something.
Christ, this is painful.
I have cards.
Yes, this is very painful.
And I'm a magician. Should we do a trick with these? Yeah? Oh, you want to do a trick with me? Okay, so here's what we'll do. I'm going to spread these out. Can you guys see this? Okay, so you'll look at these and just kind of like, I want you to just, it doesn't actually matter what card you're going to pick because we're not going to do like, I'm going to figure out what your card is. But if you like one, just touch it, slide it out. Like I just picked this one. So I picked Gentleman Claptrap Arm, right? So it's got the monocle. So we'll pick it out, we'll look at it, and then I'm going to get a pen out and you're going to sign your card. So it's not, I don't need to know, we'll all know what the card is, but yours will be the only one in the world that looks like it because it's going to get signed. Okay? So I'm going to put that one on top, so don't go to the top. Just anywhere in the middle, touch any card you want.
I know what he's going to do.
That's the card? Okay, let me get these together and show everybody what it is. What is it? Oh, this is pirate. This is the pirate Claptrap arms. Okay, so I'm going to tell you where to sign them, like a little X there, and then on. So sign it on the line.
Yeah. I have the handwriting of a second grader.
Oh, that's good. Let's see. We don't need that. And do you usually sign your name like this?
This trick is going to be
exactly
good.
like that.
Yeah.
Like on checks. Credit card receipts.
Yeah.
Okay, let's here. Let me get rid of this. Let's show everybody selfie. This is what Danny's signature looks like. All right. I want you to see this too. You stay there. I want you to look at that. If you recognize it again, okay. Help me out. We'll get the deck out. We're gonna do something impossible. Here, I'm gonna cut right here, drop it in, face down, right? Put it back in there. It's lost in the deck. We're gonna shuffle it. We're gonna shuffle it. I want you to think of a number. Don't say it yet. Take these. Think of a number between 1 and 50. A random number. Okay, and we didn't work anything out before the show. This is the first, you had no idea you were even coming out. Okay. Random number. In fact, if you want, you could even ask somebody from the crowd, or you could pick yourself. You decide. 1 in 50, we're going to need a number. 47. 47. 47, you guys. Now, I want to give you an opportunity to change your mind. We can do 47, but we're going to count down, and that's kind of a big number. If you insist, we'll do 47, but if you want to pick a different one to save everybody a little bit of time, it's no big deal.
He gave the option between 1 and 50.
We're going to count down, so we're going to go through 47. It's cool, we can do it. I'm a magician, you guys. Would you like to keep 47, or would you like to change your mind?
But not a performer.
That's true. He's not that great at it.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
She doesn't want to change her mind. Count one card face down on the table. Face down on the table. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. You do it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25,
how's your day
26,
going?
27,
How are y'all
28,
doing?
29,
not too bad, not too
30,
bad. We got
31,
some
32,
good division stuff
33,
coming out.
34, 35,
Had some really good
36,
items. I managed to push my
37,
gear
38,
score up
39,
to
40, 41,
474,
42,
so it's looking
43,
really good for the
44,
patch.
45, 46. Stop! It was 47, right? Let's get these out of the way. That is the 47th card. Put it onto the table. Face down. Let's let it build. I'll take those. That's the 47th card. You want to show them? Show the card. Show them the card. This does not have your signatures.
Amazingly,
Guys,
it
this is
does not
supposed
have
to
the
happen.
signature.
Because I asked her what number to pick.
To pick the number. And guess
And
where
you've
the
been
card's
holding
going
that
to be.
box, that gift wrap box from the beginning. Can you open it? Don't get ahead of me. Open it up. Rip packaging
girl.
off. If you can.
Rip fast, rip fast.
It's really professionally sealed. I'll take that. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Get the cards out. Got to open those too. They're also, yeah, here, sure. You can get rid of the Claptrap cards. We don't need those. So yeah, so those, just get rid of those. Okay,
Half
now
the show is this
we'll get
one
rid of those.
trick.
Okay, I don't want to touch them.
Yeah.
Count into my hands. 47 cards.
Oh my god. Oh.
You did this to yourself. You did this to yourself. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I
8,
just saw the signature
9,
on the top card.
10, 11, 12, 13,
That you pulled off.
14,
Did you see
15,
that?
16, 17, 18,
Don't
19,
spoil the
20,
trick.
21,
Sorry, but
22,
it was right
23,
there. It was
24,
right
25,
obvious.
26, 27, 28, 29,
So not
30,
only-
31,
not only
32,
is it taking
33,
forever, but they
34,
spoiled their own
35,
trick by
36,
not
37,
having
38,
proper camera
39,
angles.
40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. Stop! Take that card. Don't look at it. Hold it against your chest. That is the 47th card. Give me the rest of these. Give me the rest of these. She has the 47th card, you guys. That card was sealed with the rest of these cards in plastic, in a box, sealed in plastic, wrapped as her birthday present. He signed a card. It's gone. You've got a card. You don't believe it, do you? Did you look? Did you look?
She looked.
A miracle, you guys! A miracle! Thank you so much. You did a great job. Thank you so much. You did a great job. You know what?
No,
I
Danny,
screwed
this
up
is
both your games, so let's get you some fresh copies. Happy birthday, Danny. Happy birthday, Darshell. Darshell and Danny. Thank you guys. And they'll help you not die on your way back. Cheers.
Slow clap.
And maybe Colin wants to
All
give
right.
these away later. So if you want to pick that game up, it's pretty fun. It's now my warm-up game for my board game group. It's actually really legit, and we'll be over. I'll probably be around too if you want to bump into me. I'll be happy to sign it or whatever. But that's it. We're done. That's the new Borderlands game. You guys like it? Is it everything you'd hope for? You're gonna kill me. let's get on. We've
Well,
got actually a lot
Scree,
of good Borderlands
basically
stuff to
what's
talk
happening
about.
is
Let's,
that Randy is a
what are we doing next?
part-time magician, and he can't help but trying to do
I
something really
introduce him?
cool
What kind
when
of
he
voice you
wants
got to
to.
it?
It's okay, Randy. Please welcome to the stage Senior Community Manager Cullen Sweet and a gaggle of Gearboxers.
Come on, you guys. I'll be back.
Now, I mean, I'm a big fan of magic and stage magic. I've met Penn and Teller. I've
How's it going,
trained with
everybody?
Penn and Teller. It's really cool to see this
We
kind of
honestly
stuff, but
would
I don't
not
think
be
this
here
was the right
today If it
audience.
wasn't for you, our community. The love and support that you guys have shown us over the years, whether it's through your amazing cosplay, your social media messages, even your handwritten letters. Each of these validate our desire within Gearbox to entertain the world. I'd like to take this opportunity to quickly introduce you to some of my amazing colleagues up here on stage.
Hi, my name is Mario Rodriguez. I'm an associate producer at Gearbox Software working on Borderlands VR.
Hey, I'm Anthony Nicholson. I'm a project producer, so I kind of work on with all the departments and a lot of these cool people up here.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? I'm Amanda Christensen. I'm a concept artist at
Was a
Gearbox
terrible
Software, and I
game.
basically draw cool stuff all
Was
day.
a terrible game.
Hi everyone, I'm Kate Pitstick and I'm a mission designer at Gearbox Software.
Hi everyone, I'm Kayla Belmore. I'm a pipeline producer and I work on content creation at Gearbox Software.
Now guys, we've got a lot to go over with you today, but I'd like to just kind of point out that really today just marks the very beginning for the year of Borderlands. We've got several more exciting announcements for you guys throughout the months to come. So that being said, we encourage you to not only follow our current channels, but also our brand new Discord. There, you'll be able to find things like community skins, codes, the whole 9 yards, as well as take part in live AMA opportunities with leadership within Gearbox, including that of Randy Pitchford himself. In fact, we can even give away some physical products today. I mean, we've got apparently some more of this brand new board game that Randy just did his magic trick with. So throughout the entirety of this weekend, we'll start kicking that off right away. You know, one of the things that we really wanted to do with this Discord is to kind of bridge that gap between us as a developer and you guys as our community. So I think probably to kick things off, we'll probably talk about, you know, what, Mario, your experience was in terms of listening to our community and their feedback. You want to talk a little bit more on that?
Sure. So I guess some of you have played the game? Cool. So we launched the game in December, and it was very positive feedback. But we got some tweets and comments like these. So we got right back to work as soon as we saw that. A lot of you wanted it. And so we worked really hard to bring it out. And earlier this month, we actually released a free update that introduced aim controller in Borderlands 2 VR. We were very happy to do that. Now,
yay for the
we hear
5
you want
people
more.
who played that game.
So we see these kinds of tweets. So we're happy to announce that our team is continuing to work on the game, and we have one more update coming up later this summer that will introduce all of the DLC from Borderlands 2 to Borderlands 2 VR. This will be a free update this summer.
Yay!
Now, we actually have some more information with VR, but we'll hold that off for a later date and time. But actually, you know, before we talk about some of the other messages that you guys have read yourselves, why don't we just kick things off with a video to start?
Wake up, Vault Hunter. I'll explain everything soon, but know this. You're alive for a reason, and I am here to help you. Help you witness these world premieres.
Cringe.
Oh, world premieres.
So, you want
world
to hear
premieres.
a story, huh?
Oh.
I thought that was
it froze on their side?
I thought my stream died or something.
Wake up.
No, don't play that again.
No, don't play that again.
So, you want to hear a story, huh?
Oh no! This is just turning out to be one horrible thing after the next. Oh, good heavens. Somebody's going to get fired.
Yeah, the production quality on this is not impressive.
This is so cringy. I bet like 5 people right now are literally pulling their hair out.
Well, rip stream. What's going on, everybody?
So, how's everybody's day?
They just cut to something else. Okay.
Prepare your eyeballs. Mayhem on Xbox 360. Pre-sequel. Plus Borderlands 2. Yeah, no, it's on my end. There. So this is the remastered new content. We reported on this back in September. Completely, like, it's bridging content between the existing games and the new one. And this is I'm guessing this was supposed to be one of their big announcements, but they threw this up when they had technical difficulties and they couldn't.
Yeah. Clearly,
Tell me when the
the
next one's
majority
ready
of
to
their
play.
budget
And
went
that's
into that card
out
trick.
on the 3rd of April. Goodness sakes, that's
Hey,
like
sorry
right
about
around
the
the
technical
corner.
difficulties. We were gonna have our angel Brittany introduce 4K up-res versions of Borderlands and Borderlands: A Handsome Collection, including Borderlands 2 and Borderlands: A Pre-Sequel. And you just saw the Handsome Collection video. Thanks for coming out, Brittany. I'm sorry that this is this is our angel. This is Guardian Angel. So welcome her. Can we play? Can we do it again? Can we do it again? Do you want to look at the camera and maybe we'll do it live this time? Can we do it live with the? Yeah, 1 second.
I don't think this is another magic trick for those of you who
I'm
are
really
wondering.
nervous because we have another video that I really want to make sure it's perfect. How we doing?
Just move on with it.
She's shaking her head.
Are we good? Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. We'll have the Guardian
there we
Angel
go.
kick it off.
Wake up, Vault Hunter.
Oh, and they
I'll
got
explain
into
everything soon, but know this. You're alive for a reason. And I am here to help you.
They didn't even cut to her.
Help you witness these world premieres.
Yeah, we saw that part.
3rd time's a charm.
Oh my god.
It's so terrible.
That is not my desktop, if anyone's wondering.
Yeah, if anybody's wondering, that's not our desktop. That's their desktop. It's just like all those people looking at the computer. Somebody's like having an absolute heart attack. Guy's like, gonna check my phone. Yeah. I just texted everybody. You're fired.
Someone in the audience is like, more magic. Yeah, go back to the magic trick.
All right, let's welcome all the devs back to the stage to talk about this next game.
Come on, you guys. Okay, so they're gonna make sure this video works before we do the next thing. What you would have seen was an awesome 4K remastered, up-res edition of the original Borderlands. which is coming to Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and it's awesome. And my favorite thing about it, like we didn't just go in and render it in 4K and port it to the new platforms. We actually did stuff. We actually did, like one of the things we did, we didn't have shift for Borderlands 1. So there was no support for things like shift codes. But I think that's my favorite thing about the remaster, the Game of the Year edition of Borderlands 1, is now there's shift codes. So I can tweet golden keys at you guys all day for Borderlands 1. Do you have a mic? Kayla, what's your favorite thing in the remastered version?
Borderlands 1 is going to be getting real heads and skins.
Oh, cool, yeah. Remember, we just had color shifts on the characters, right? Kate, what do you dig?
Well, starting as a level designer in the industry, one of the things that's important to me is navigation. So
Yeah.
Borderlands 1 will have the mini-map on screen now.
Oh, that's cool.
To help you get around.
That's right, added the mini-map. Do you like this impromptu way of dealing with what you didn't see in the trailer? Mario, what do you like about
So I hear people like co-op, so Borderlands 1 will go from 2 players to 4 players.
4 players split screen? 4 players split screen, 1 console. Holy shit.
Wow, that's cool.
Anthony, what do you think?
That's
What do you
really
dig?
amazing.
I mean, it's remastered, so we get to play it on Xbox One and PS4 now.
Yes, yes. It's the first time Borderlands has been native on the new platforms. Amanda, you got a mic. What do you think?
Well, I'm really stoked to see it and play it in 4K to see all the awesome art that inspired me to kind of want to work at Gearbox. Just try to imagine it.
4K.
Beautiful 4K.
They were trying to show it to you in 4K, and it destroyed the laptop apparently. So, it's awesome. It's coming out kind of soon, like immediately. One other thing about it, we've actually remastered some things. We've had a lot of fun with the boss fight at the very end of the game. There's a hell of a lot of loot. I think if you like Borderlands 1, I think you're really going to dig this. So there's a summary of the quality of life improvements that are in the game. Yeah. Thank you, guys. What else do we have to say about it? What's the next slide? So we have Borderlands 2, Borderlands the pre-sequel, also refreshed, enhanced for 4K, remastered. And what does this mean? This means that all 3 of these things are available. And I believe that everyone that came to visit us here today is getting them for free.
Uh-oh.
Is that what we're doing?
Oh, okay.
So,
well, that certainly made the crowd happy.
so I don't know, how are they giving them out? I guess they have coupons, so are they doing it on the way out? How are we doing this? Oh, you already have it. Spoilers.
They already got a coupon code as they entered.
So, thanks for coming, you guys. Let's go over what we've learned. There's a new Borderlands game coming. We got some cool things the publishing's doing. There's a board game from our friends at Nerdvana Games. That's about it, right?
Is it time?
I think it's time. Are you guys ready? I gotta do this first. I gotta show you guys something first. You might like it. This was a gift that was waiting for me when I checked into the hotel that they made for me. I guess I'll just do this.
I really hope their laptop has been fixed.
Yeah, if this screws up, that's gonna...
Half-Life 3 confirmed!
Yeah, exactly, Half-Life 3. Hey, I called it.
Oh, wait. You mean Borderlands. Borderlands. Yeah. Oh, good Lord. This has been so cringy.
So that's it.
But
No, that's not it. That's not it. I'm just... What is... You want to do it?
This could potentially
Randy, I
redeem the
think there was
entire
only
show.
one thing people wanted to hear me talk about today.
That's right.
So I'd like to
Oh,
ask
he's
that my
talking now.
friends at Gearbox Quebec and at Gearbox Frisco help me out.
okay, here we go. It's mostly working this time. It's still a little choppy, but we can live with it.
Okay.
Less than 3.
Oh. Yes. Oh.
Well, he just redeemed the whole show.
Shit. Oh my god. Okay, there was some technical problem with that. It was jittery. They tell me they fixed it. Should we run it again? Let's run it again. We'll do it one more time.
Oh yeah, it's a lot smoother this time.
Doesn't look like it's big.
Yeah, it's a little bit nicer.
A little. All right, let's see. I think we're a little safer to. Oh, are you kidding me?
That was.
Please help
They
me
just
out, you
can't win.
guys. I love PAX,
I feel
but
so
come on.
sorry.
We should have brought our own equipment, right? Can we do it, you guys?
Oh.
No, they're amazing. It's just there's a lot to manage here, and it's 4K, and it's kind of new. How are we feeling? Can we do this? They said they'll wait. So how's it going?
Try turning it on and off.
Can we, maybe we kill the middle screen because
Yeah,
this is some
one
weird
job.
stuff. It's not even 4K and just do it on the two side screens. Can we make, will that, maybe there's a chance there? I don't know. I want you, like, you don't understand. We've been working on this game for 5 years, and the team has put so much of themselves. It's obscene the amount of personal effort that goes into a Borderlands game, and our deepest wish is to just do whatever we can to make a worthy successor. We know how important Borderlands is to you. We know how important it is to us. And I really would love to see this thing shown in the way it's meant to be shown. So thanks for hanging for a second. How do we feel, guys?
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Somebody is going to get fired at that convention center. I would hate to be any of them right now.
It could just be.
This is way
We'll see you soon. I'll see you around. Thank you guys.
Okay. Well, that was something.
That was most certainly something.
Let me just adjust the volume back up here so that you can hear or I'm adjusting it to what it was before the stream started there. Okay, there we go. So yeah, wow, okay. So some technical problems, some hiccups, some things happening that were unintended, I'm sure. But okay, I'll just say, presentation-wise and as you know, as far as how they staged it and everything, that was terrible. But we got to see Borderlands 3, so that's pretty good. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's so the game looks great. They didn't show. They showed their more or less their the same way that they've done the previous trailers. They show floating cam, pre-rendered scenes and stuff like that, and then floating cam capture tech and stuff like that for the gameplay. They didn't show straight up gameplay, unless they've added a third person camera that I'm not aware of, which I would honestly be amazing for some of those of us who don't do first person games that well. Not that we don't like them, it's just that we can't actually have a good time in them. So it looks great. It's the same trailer. It's the same type of trailer. This is not them diverging from anything that they've done before. This is the exact same trailer that we got for a lot of their previous types of their previous games in the same kind of type format. So from that we can tell what the game is like. Though it's going to be basically a true to form Borderlands game. There's going to be driving. There's going to be just an infinite number of weapons, basically. Looks like they've really kept on that again. They've really refined that process over the years. It's going to be even better now because there's going to be ways that you can transfer and upgrade weapons. You get the one gun that you like. I remember that when I was playing, there was one weapon that was just perfect, but then I out-leveled it, right? And that sucked. And I kept it in my inventory the whole time because I wanted to find something similar to it. So apparently they've got a system now where you can take a whole bunch of good guns and upgrade a lower weapon with those good ones. So this is really good because you're going to be able to play and you're going to be able to just do so much when it comes to this game, and you're going to be able to have so much content there. And overall, it's exactly what we kind of more or less expected. We've got a complete retooling of Borderlands 1. We've got a complete brand new master series all crammed together in one big mega series. Looks like it's all coming out to Steam. Doesn't look like they made any announcement with them coming exclusive to anything that we were kind of worried about, and some people were a little concerned about them going to Epic. It doesn't look like that's an issue. All of their stuff said Steam on it, so we didn't get a release date and we didn't get a release number exactly, like cost or anything like that, or what it's showing up on for Borderlands 3. This is probably info that they're going to go more in depth into, I would imagine, later this summer. We're still expecting this out in the current fiscal year, which runs for another I believe it runs basically for the next 11-12 months. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be getting our hands on this game probably within the next year. We mentioned within the next year, not after the next year. So within this year, we're going to get this game, and they're rehashing the old games. They're putting that into a remaster work collection and redoing HD and all that kind of stuff, is for the purpose of bringing people back to the series, because it's been a few years since we've had a popular Borderlands game. We've had a lot of small stuff on the side here and there. We had unfortunately the Battleborn game, and now we're basically coalescing all of that stuff, all of the stuff that we've had before. They're putting that out in brand new content so that you can play through it, get a good feeling on something that if you missed. I mean, the original Borderlands came out, years and years ago. There's a lot of gamers out today that weren't even alive, I think, when the first one came out. So this is getting people back into the series, doing the co-op, doing the 4-person play. This is really cool. This is really good. You're going to see a lot of kids, a lot of the younger kids getting into this now. You're going to see a lot of LAN parties and that kind of stuff showing up again. That would be really awesome. I look forward to any of that kind of stuff. So this, for the most part, is really going to lean into what we've been expecting from them. We're getting this rehash content that has new story content. They kind of like really briefly kind of brushed that over, but it was there, and it just, due to the technical difficulties, they really didn't focus on it that much. And what it is we have new content for these 2 packs that they're putting out. You're going to be able to play through this new content. It's going to help bridge the story between this and Borderlands 3. So if you're a fan of that stuff, if you're excited about that stuff and you want to get back into it, now is obviously going to be a great time to get back into it. They didn't give any release dates, and I think that's because of their messed up tech. And then, of course, everything goes sideways at once, and like you could just tell, like every employee is just sweating bullets. They're nervous as is, and then everything goes sideways, and that this kind of insanity happens. It happens, it happens to the best of people. I mean, every major press conference at EA is basically, or E3 is basically a cringe fest, especially those from EA. But at E3, I mean, it's just they might as well call it cringe fest festival, I think.
Well, granted, they're these are not sort of performers. These are game developers, and that's fine. The people putting on these presentations are not necessarily. I mean, you might want to get a marketing or somebody in there who knows what they're doing to direct when you're doing a big thing like this. But
yeah. But the good news is Borderlands 3, guys. This is going to be great. This is really a shot in the arm for a series that a lot of people have been really missing for quite a while. Mm-hmm. This is going to be big. Like I said, we're not expecting it this year. I expect this to drop sometime early next year. There's still a chance, I think, to get it for the fall, but I honestly think that they're planning it for quite possibly February or March. It seems to be probably like, we got 2 looter shooters in that time this year. This is another looter shooter. I think we're going to get the exact same thing next year. I think that seems to be a good time to put these games out. It seems to be the time where people, they're consuming that stuff. The fall period is typically where more people consume the games that are, more storyline or, have, more like more content that you consume and then you stop playing, right? Spring is where you get games that come out and that they're in your library for the next few years, right? The kind of like online service games, that kind of stuff. More or less, obviously it's not a perfect system, but that's just what we're looking at, what we're assuming. Of course, they're probably going to be talking about this over the next few days. They're probably going to be addressing this stuff on Twitter. We're going to be keeping our eye on that. We're going to be updating this as we go through. We've got our podcast coming out tomorrow. We're going to be rehashing this stuff. I'm sure there'll be brand new info out about this. And overall, it's looking really solid. So I'm reasonably impressed with everything that they're offering. Again, that game that they had come out that they're publishing for, called Risk of Rain 2, they currently have this. It just popped up on Steam. It's early access. You buy 1 copy right now, you get a second copy, and that it can go to any one of your friends. And that is currently going till March 30th at 12 p.m. Pacific time. So if you're interested in that game, along with some of this other stuff that they talked about, and that one looks really solid to me too. And the fact that 3 people are making this game, I'm very impressed.
And we really we're very much into small indie studios and supporting them and seeing what they create.
And honestly, honestly, we'll talk about this more on Friday, but honestly, most likely, because there might be some big news coming out tomorrow too. In all honesty, it's like that game has more boss diversity, more gameplay diversity, more different styles than Anthem does. And this game is made by 3 people versus the hundreds and hundreds of people that have worked on some of these big title games that have come out over the last 18 months that have just bombed horrendously.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, come on, AAA studios, you guys have got to wake up. You guys have got to start to offer some level of competition here, because this is embarrassing for you guys.
On the plus side, I think we're entering a golden age for indie games and sort of the more,
absolutely,
I guess what you would say, AA titles. So lots of exciting stuff to look forward to. And like Saib said, we'll definitely be talking about this more on our podcast tomorrow, which starts at noon Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time, live on YouTube. So definitely join us for that. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Don't forget to slam that like button before you leave. What were you saying?
Whispers asking a question whether or not they're going to have to rebuy it. They mentioned something about that, but I think because of all the technical issues that didn't get really answered, so that's going to be something that we're going to be digging into today. We're going to try and find this stuff out for tomorrow. So, and follow us on Twitter. We're going to be sending some questions to Randy and trying to get some of these answers for these questions. So follow us over there as well. So
yeah, absolutely. And so, yeah, as I was saying, slam that like button before you leave today. And if you're a Borderlands fan or you want to hear more about any of the gaming news that's happened this week, we're going to be covering all of the big stories on our podcast tomorrow. Again, starts at noon Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time, live on YouTube. It's always a fun time. Lots of great people in chat there. So that's about all for now. Thanks so much for joining us today. And we will talk to you soon.